Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the $500 minimum 4v4 variant for November 16th. It's myself, Lano, here live in the UMG studio, joined alongside of Jen, a.k.a. Lemon Kiwi from home. Jen, we're hopping in here toward our round number 2 matchup between MRKN Clan and Gravity Gaming. I'm curious to hear your thoughts as far as when it comes down to Arden Forest, as to what do you think is kind of a major factor when it comes down to this map, as far as what to kind of be looking at? Is there any specific weapon that you kind of prefer when it comes down to playing this map, or anything to that measure?
Well, this first cave map is going to be a lot of hiding with the submachine gun,
Yeah.
but most of the time you're going to see the fight take place in this forest long-range area, sort of where Flawless is sitting from. I think it's actually coming from behind, but he's opting to just leave the last 15 seconds here to Gravity Gaming and focusing on Ruins, which is on the complete, let's say, right side or the bottom side, right side of the map, where Gravity are currently occupying, which will be sort of an elevation. You're going to see subs, because it's very close quarters on the second hill. You can see currently occupied by MRKN Gaming. Tiny here, currently on a 3 streak. He's going to be sitting on this elevation, hoping that his teammates go into these sort of little ruined buildings.
Oh.
Molotov in his hand, but gets naded here by Nick Hayden. That's what's really important as well, is to be wary of nades coming in, so either having a class ready for it or a teammate around the corner to rotate into the hill for you.
And I'm very excited about this overall matchup between both of these teams. Of course, you have MRKN Clan, who just recently made a roster change, dropping J Hayes off of this lineup. It's not official whether or not that Tiny will be the official 4th for this team or not. Of course, a very talented Ghost player, I believe, more of an S&D known, very well-known player when it comes to the UMG website as well. Countlessly playing in a number of different tournaments, and is a very newer guy when it comes down to the overall competitive scene. Kind of testing his wits when it comes down to respawn. Very talented sniper player, and of course, currently leading the entire lobby along with Hate at around 7 to 8 kills total. So adding this guy to the lineup is definitely going to kind of enhance the kind of younger ability of this group, because of course the other sides of MRKN, these guys are all veterans. Of course, Flawless, Magik, along with Vicious. These guys have been playing Call of Duty for a very, very long time. Of course, kind of making a little bit of a comeback toward the boots on the ground action. But adding a younger guy like Tiny, I think, is definitely going to kind of excite this lineup as the Concaster glitch comes in.
Oh,
and hopefully,
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And see, like, this randomly just happens, and it causes me to have issues. So,
I'm having a seizure, so can we go into Sky camera here? Or?
I think we're just stuck. Oh, okay.
Oh, now you get to see it all. Oh.
See it all unfold. But like what I was talking about, this is a very interesting matchup, just because of the fact of between MRKN and Gravity Gaming. MRKN, kind of an older group who just added a young gun to this team in Tiny, and you also have Gravity Gaming, a lot of younger guys kind of recently kind of making their name known through the through the jetpack era. So I think this should be an interesting matchup, as I gain epilepsy through Concaster.
I gain epilepsy as well. What is even happening here? I can't even tell what's going on, but.
I'm
Okay, let's
pressing all the
talk
buttons.
about sort of the overall map so far. Is that MRKN was really struggling at the beginning of the game, and really when he got into bunker, this third hill is where they got the majority of the time, which you would think that'd be the last hill you would get a lot of time of, very close quarters. I call it Nade City Bunker, because it's really the best way to take over that bunker hill is to just throw nades in it. Now into the east side road, or east road. In the east road, it's currently occupied by nobody, as they're both going to be fighting for map position, as you probably can't tell by the view of the map right now. But it's in the middle of the map with a giant truck as sort of another Nade City. Actually, this entire map is Nade City, but most likely here in the east road, you're going to see that. But they're going to have these head glitches near the truck. We're going to have these long-range engagements, Molotovs. But most importantly, it's easier to break the hill when you come around these flanks around the cut, so either going completely behind them. And that's why you really want to hold this forest area to hold these flanks, or have only really one person sitting on the hill so you don't get double naded. But here we're getting a fighter pilot from the side of Caesar Skyz, able to pick one off. So you can see here Gravity Gaming are in the advantage by 30 points solely off of this hill.
Indeed they are, Jen. As we've been able to take a look at every perspective and seeing how every player is doing for about a second. Oh, looks like a plane just went by. I think, like you said, that one was coming in from Skyz. But current advantage right now toward MRKN, and something to kind of keep in mind was, I believe it was an early 35-0 lead for Gravity Gaming, and now this one has kind of turned the tide a little bit. We're seeing MRKN trying to get involved somewhat, but Tiny hanging in there, 15-13 right now for the MRKN lineup, as we're seeing him along with every other player being highlighted in some case.
I promise it's not me.
Hey, no worries. I don't think that anyone could spectate this quick. But
is there a cheat code like up, down, start, select to fix
I'm not
this?
sure. I have no clue. I'd love to figure it out though, because I was told that if you spam L1 and R1 that it fixes it, but I don't. I feel like it just stutters everything and makes it worse. So I have no idea. I think the trick is to just believe, maybe? I don't know. Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Oh, it slowed down for a second. I don't know.
I'm trying to do it. Wow. Okay, that's broken.
Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. At least we can kind of take a look at the scorecard and see who's doing well. It looks like Hate playing well, 18 and 14. And like I said, Tiny still positive, 16 and 15 right now. As we're seeing, it looks like a pretty standard hold. I wish I could go to free cam. Oh, I can go. I can't go to free cam. I thought I could go to free cam for a second and at least kind of explore around the map. But it looks like it is for the moment. Ruins being held down by MRKN, trying to bring a little bit of this deficit back, as they're now within 12 seconds, and it looks like we're back in first person. And I'm about to, I think, actually throw up. So apologies if anyone hears that.
What is going on? Yeah, if I spam the whole trigger thing. But let's talk about here Bunker, another spawn. Or another hill coming into this map, like I said before, Nate City, and you saw Merkin have gained quite a few points on Ruins. Another airplane coming in from Flawless, which is a pretty good hill to use it on. Maybe not the best. You might would have wanted to use it on East Road, where people are more out in the open, but he's able to get those rotations from Merkin. So hill currently being contested, and that's another issue with Bunker as well, is you can sit in one corner and the other guy can sit in the other corner. You can just play the contest game. So it's really up to having your machine pistol out, having a submachine gun, but most likely having an AR push either left or right side. Now that there's 15 seconds left, you're going to most likely focus on East Road and just try to kill the people coming out of Bunker. As you can see what Merkin are doing right now as we flip through many players, giving everybody nausea. That's most likely what's happening from what I could tell.
I'm just trying. Okay, I'm back at the top map. Thank God. Because I was having a hard time there. Oh man.
Like a bad montage.
It really is. Just like highlight. Do we get to see the highlights? No, we don't. Merkin Flawless actually coming in with the score streaks. Ends up taking down MShake. And this is actually a pretty close game, which is rather unfortunate because I would love to see how this one is breaking down. Looks like from the Skyz, as we're of course in the last hard point of the rotations, is currently MRKN trying to lock this one forward, but it is right now Gravity Gaming in control, 35-second lead. It looks like Vicious coming from the flank, doing some damage, and touchdown 2, Flawless with the third. So a very good break, and this is a hard point that is very difficult to try and maneuver your way through just because of the position that you can get. Spawning someone toward that back bridge, it's incredibly difficult. And everyone who's obviously played this game, when it comes down to pubs, when you spawn toward that back bridge and someone just happens to peek beside that tank and just happens to snipe you or happens to have a bar at long range with advanced rifling or something like that, it's just so difficult to try to break out of that. And so it's a major play coming through Ruins that we end up seeing coming in from Vicious as he was able to kind of break that setup. So despite the deficit, we're seeing some good moments coming in from Merkin, but overall a steady lead for Gravity Gaming.
You see the mini-map in the center of the screen now?
I do not, actually.
Okay, maybe try and press square, and this could be the best way we can show what's going on right
now. But nothing's happening.
Oh, even square's not happening for you?
Square's not working for me. Oh, it seems like it slows down every once in a while, but then it just picks up.
And then it just picks up. Oh, now it's gone again. Okay, well, I was able to press square and have the mini-map at the center of the screen, but... Oh, now heading into Cave, sort of the first hill, and that's where you're just going to sit a sub 200-point mark for Gravity as Merkin's trailing behind by 70 points. You can see they're now that there's 10 seconds left, they're focusing all on Ruins. So those the hint of red arrows that you're seeing on your screen while we flip through Epilepsy, they're all going to the right side of the map, and that's where Ruins is, the second hill, and he has just spawned up, and they're going to have current control of that as Caesar Sky is going to go down for Gravity as they're going to rotate all the way from the left side to the right. These players from Merkin also need to get their cuts. You can see these pink little arrows, especially M-Shakes here, making their way through the middle cut, going into Ruins. But finally, they naded all these players from Merkin off, but they do have closer spawns, so they should be able to jump right back onto it. As you can see, the players from Gravity have not yet touched the hill of Ruins. Oh, here they are, as Flawless and friends waiting for their teammates to spawn up for the proper push to take over the last 30 seconds here. But Gravity are in a good position. If they can just prevent Merkin from having this, they can move on to Bunker in an even better position where they could most likely win off the next one.
Yeah, it seems like they could definitely make that happen. Oh no, we're back to first person. No. Oh no. Okay, time to look away from the screen for me at least. But it was a solid lead for Gravity Gaming. I think you definitely have to kind of give it to these guys, at least in that last push that we end up seeing over on Ruins. It was just a major factor because they're playing well. Like, they're flanking things correctly. They're making pinches work, and that's definitely a major task for a lot of younger teams, kind of teams who've kind of come from the Jetpack era who are trying to improve on their overall gameplay. It's a major aspect to try to make sure they have those boots on the ground tendencies to want to play at a certain pace, to want to kind of push things and kind of slow down their gameplay. And it's great as we actually see, I believe, 6 players in the kill feed there for the moment fill up, all from Gravity Gaming, as they are on a complete kill spree. As we're seeing every kill actually go down, whether or not you like it. We're seeing every single kill happen, and thank goodness map 1 ends. And where does it end at? It ends 250 to 155 in favor of Gravity Gaming. And yes, we just set a world record for the most kills seen on a CADcaster mode. So thank you all for being a part of that. Not really.
Wow.
Totally kidding.
I didn't know I could get motion sickness from like watching a game, but I did.
Or not even like, I feel like it's like, imagine if this is VR.
Whoa.
That'd be bad. That'd be really bad.
That'd be way too much.
That would be. But surprisingly, it is GRV who wins this one. Pretty dominant fashion, of course, 250 to 155. At least one thing that we can kind of take from that, as everyone maybe tries to recuperate from that last map, production included, is the fact that Gravity Gaming was playing incredibly strong when it came down to rotations. They were doing things correctly, and that was a major point to kind of bring up, like I said, coming into this map. How does a younger squad like this? Of course, a lot of these guys, their names kind of being brought up throughout the Jetpack era. How do they play? How do they play hardpoint when it comes down to that slower style? They're not rushing everything, as a unit. You don't like the roles actually matter when it comes down to this game, not just Slayer, slay, kind of rotate into hill, push things out. I mean, there are roles that are going to be solidified. So it was great to see the kind of patience coming out from a lot of these guys. Of course, the early 35, 36 second to 0 lead helped a lot, I think it's fair to say. But MRKN definitely had a little bit of a slow start. I think Tiny definitely kind of held his own. Let me see how much he finishes. He finishes 25 and 33. Granted, quite a few deaths, but definitely had a massive impact when it came down to the early slaying battle, kind of holding his own along with Hate at the beginning of the map. But of course, we're going to be loading in here toward map number 2 shortly. That one will be on USS Texas. Will the dominance from map number 1 be showing on to map number 2? Of course, different game modes, different maps in total. But of course, we will be at the first-person point of view. I can promise you that. But guys, we'll be headed to a commercial break. Map 2 between MRKN and Gravity Gaming when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the $500 minimum 44 variant for November 16th. Myself, Lando, here live from the UMG studio, joined alongside of Jen, a.k.a. Lemon Kiwi from home. Jen, we're in first-person point of view, and it's never looked so good.
I've never loved non-epilepsy so much before, but MShake already getting the bomb down quickly over at the A site, and USS Texas, aka everyone's favorite S&D map in the entire world, mostly focused on sniping, as Flawless did just prove to us, taking the forehead off of MShake with first blood.
But Caesar responds. Skyz. He's got a sniper rifle in his back pocket. USS Texas, one where sniping is incredibly prevalent. Tries to find the shot through the wall, or the, whatever you want to call that, the barrier. But Vicious coming on the flank. This is a big play from him. Shuts down 1. And Hate just in front of him as well. Shuts down 2. The third one in front of him. Can he get this one on Animal is the question. Big plays coming in. Not a whole lot of time for the defuse, but Magik is here. Animal, will he get this one in time? No. The incredible flank coming in from Vicious isn't one that's just for kills. It's one to bait. It's one to distract the enemy. And it works out incredibly well. Magik hops on the defuse. And what a play there from Vicious. Shuts down 2 on the flank. Nearly finds the third, but he doesn't have to. It wins the round regardless. So a very well played out round there from MRKN, as they do exactly what's necessary. And now they're going to test their wits when it comes down to offense.
You'll have to keep an eye on Nick Hayes, seeing if he can make a hot flank from behind, or at least checking out the B site. Nades being exchanged. Impact Magik first blood. Animal going down as well. Vicious going down 3 versus 2 in favor of Gravity Gaming, as Flawless see if he can exchange some nades, but gets the kill on Nick Hate. Sniper in hands of Caesar's Skyz, seeing if he can spot anything over at the A site, but the action's all going down in MShake, where he has 2 players around the corner, throwing some nades, knows somebody's around that corner. Wow. Can he get the kill? Oh
my gosh, nice turn on there from MShake as he takes out Tiny. And now it's going to leave Flawless in a 1 versus 2. It was a great nade, or really overall a great play there from Flawless to make sure the nade didn't affect him. He didn't come out of cover, and so he's able to stay alive. This easily could have been a round that's already in the books for Gravity Gaming. However, Flawless trying to do some damage. Of course, this is the guy who's been recruiting players toward this Merkin team. And now with 15 seconds left, the veteran has to get it done. 1 versus 2. Has to either get the bomb down or find the final 2 kills. And he's going to receive pressure from either side as he will get taken out. Good overall job there from Gravity to try and stay up for as long as possible. And you'll see MShake here in the final kill, a.k.a. the Bronze Star. As you're going to see Flawless hopping up and down to the bomb site, just realizing this one is most likely done with.
I apologize for calling it Merkin Gaming if I have. It's Merkin Clan. And Lane, it's not Merkin Team, it's Merkin Clan.
Okay, what about Merkin Group? How about that one?
Merkin Group.
Just trying to think of every association of, like, team or, like, you know,
let's see if they can
synonyms.
merc up this round, but MShake is going to have the... Oh,
I think
you
made it back. I think you
I got the puns, but
Yeah.
MShake bomb in hand. Not eating the nade off the first round, but still aiming towards the A site. Has a sub in hand. Not going to be too great for the long range, but if someone comes up these steps, he should be able to win that gunfight, but not if he eats this nade first. Does it happen? No. Oh, he actually gets the kill from down under.
Wow.
Tiny, connecting with 2.
Yeah, Tiny somehow finding a double there with the nade. Of course, his first 2 kills of this map, and Skyz still rocking out that Car 98K, trying to do some damage. On the opposite side, Hate able to make something work there on the Flawless. Now a 2 versus 3 as Hate gets him getting dropped. Now Skyz with an all to do. And nothing will happen
pistol
from
can't
it.
save you.
Yeah. That pistol's
Only
pretty
15
good, but not
bullets.
that great.
It's only got like 15 bullets, so even if you get that really clutch kill, you're just pretty much screwed in the next one.
A valiant effort, but yeah. One that's not going to go his way. Rather unfortunate.
Burn advantage in Merkin Clan's favor as we head into round number 4. Tiny and friends going to be on the offensive, giving that bomb usually to Vicious. As no plants were... I think there's only been one plant the entire game in favor of Gravity Gaming, as A site has been the most favorable so far. Haven't seen too many sniper shots, but ooh, smokes on deck. But nades
Quite
can be
literally.
exchanged. What?
Quite literally the deck, because it's a ship.
Oh yeah, because it's a ship.
Apologies about
So,
that. I just had to point that out. It was too great of a, I don't know, a pun, maybe?
Smokes
Not
on
a
deck.
straight pun?
Nades on deck.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh,
Flawless.
nades as well.
Alley-oop.
Oh!
Nice.
Flawless actually hits Shake in the head before letting him know that the grenade was about to explode. So rather unfortunate situation there for him. Skyz puts away the sniper rifle for PPSH. He'll find a kill for his troubles at long range, but he's got Hates as well with him to try and complete this 2 versus 2. Tiny just above on the upper deck. Needs to make something happen, but he'll end up falling. And now Flawless, yet again, being found here for the final kill as he will fall, as it's now going to be leveled up at 2 rounds to 2 with Hate showing off his Twitch there in the logo. Gotta love that branding, man. I respect it. I respect the grind.
I wonder if Nick hates USS Texas as well, or just Nick hates everything. We'll have to find out. But
Wow.
I know these teams usually don't prefer this map because it's a lot of... If you have a good sniper on the other team, it's very, very hard to push either bomb site because it's such long-range sites. Of course, a lot of people like to play the sub because of previous games. It seems to be the playstyle everybody likes. This is a very patient map. You can see Tiny and friends laying down, waiting for the other team to strike first. A Shake, bomb in hand, still wanting to go towards the A site, but the submachine gun only best to really engage somebody coming up the steps towards the bomb site. Everybody really focusing on those nades getting the first blood as Tiny gets the first blood here on Animal.
And Tiny's doing a great job in this backside position. He's found countless kills there with those nades along with the bar and the backside. This is a guy who was known for very strong performance toward, of course, that Ghost run, as far as, of course, players kind of relying toward Ghost for the boots on the ground practice heading into World War II. Very strong player, especially in our World War II tournaments. And of course, he was preparing potentially for this exact moment, playing for a team like this, and Flawless just before Shake ends up going inside of the building. The Codcaster is giving us issues, but thankfully only for the moment, as it will be a round yet again in the books, and it will be Tiny, the man I was just speaking about, picking off Skyz here for the final kill, as it will be a round advantage right now for the side of GRV.
Well, we're seeing Merkin struggling to get a plant down. We gotta believe that's what it is. The first number is the plants, the second is the diffuses. Either way, we'll go into round number 6. The allies will be on the defense here, and that's going to be Gravity. So we'll head on board with the offense. Vicious, Bomb in Hand, Machine Pistol, and the PPSH going through the bottom side this time, which we've seen. They've mostly gone through the top, but they're eating so many nades and having so many troubles getting the objective down. See if they'll go for a quick flank.
Indeed, and trying to rotate through. Hate has no idea of this push taking place, and that's the issue with the communication, is that it is currently MRKN Clan who are aware of the lack of communication going through mid. And due to them kind of exploiting that miscommunication, it allows them to find the early first kill. However, rotating back, MShake being very wary of this potential plant, and Vicious still with the bomb in his hands, having Tiny, having Flawless run around, trying to find the kills, and your turn on us, Skyz. Just sitting up on those stairs, decides to go ahead and back up, and very smart play from Skyz. Of course, the entire team right now from Gravity Gaming, realizing that, hey, we have them actually trapped in this situation. They only have 30 seconds left to plant, and we're not allowing them to make it over toward this B site. Trying to do some damage as Skyz finds yet again another kill. MRKN was started off as a fantastic round for them. They've dropped 2 players, and they've got to make something happen. They only have 15 seconds left, and they might have to rely on getting the kills now. As Shake will find one. Magik ends up dropping, so what seemed like a fantastic play from MRKN Clan. They rotate through bottom. They definitely catch out Gravity Gaming off guard. I think Hate was not even looking the right direction for the first blood that he ends up falling in. And then from there, MRKN doesn't really know what to do, which site to kind of rotate through. And due to them revealing their position, they're kind of stuck in that bottom ship. They're not really able to escape out because every corridor is being watched, and that's a great responding round there from Gravity Gaming.
And it was a good idea on the offense to go for a flank. They were able to get the first blood, but then they trapped themselves in that area, and all the defense really had to do is sit on the bomb, literally on the head glitch, and wait for them to poke out. And now we'll see what MShake can do now on the objective, and I broke it again. But we'll give you an idea that they are going towards the ace site. Nades are being exchanged. No kills going down so far, but both playing very patient. It is 3-3. Also watching the flank, MShake wants to make sure no one's coming from behind, or whoever that might be I'm looking at. Shots being exchanged, but nobody going down yet.
Indeed, and just on the opposite side, Tiny can make a play happen. Shuts down MShake on it. Can he find the second is the question. I believe one player was able to escape. I think that was Anihmal. Hate and Co. from the side of Gravity Gaming need to shut down Tiny. That's exactly what does take place. So picking off this guy, of course, very well known for a search and destroy game. Currently sitting at 7-5 as he just does get taken down. Flawless finding one with the sniper rifle. As we're stuck, we're not moving anymore. The ship has come to a halt, but now we're moving again. I was kind of excited for the second because kind of take a little bit of a breather.
We can get motion sickness literally on a boat.
Oh,
So this makes a lot more sense. But Vicious, the last one left on the side of MRKN, 10 seconds left for the offensive to plant, but they get the final kill. Advantage in favor of Gravity Gaming as we head into the next round, hopefully without nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Not sponsored by anybody, not copyright, but into the next round. Hopefully it's normal. And we're looking forward to the next patch, aren't we, Landon?
We definitely are. I think it's fair to say. I need to relax. I might just set the controller just on the desk and just not move it. I think it's fair to say. I'm just going to leave it on Sky's perspective. Skyz, you're playing well so far, my friend. You're 10-3. Of course, we're going to be looking at the side of MRKN now. Vicious, bomb in hand. And we'll see what MRKN can do. Of course, down around, but of course not out just yet. Got to keep in mind, these are best-of-3 series for those who are watching at home. So if a map number 2 victory were to go the way of Gravity Gaming, this series is over. It's done with. MRKN would be sent home. So of course, currently on the back foot, needing to win 3 more rounds is MRKN to at least force that map 3 on Gridiron Flak Tower. Looking on, Flawless being aware of such, communicating forward that he has the bomb in his hands, not seeing anyone through bottom, however, just someone toward the top. That is Skyz. Seeing someone coming from that control room is Tiny. Tiny decides to back up, and a great transition there as Flawless goes for the pickup. Shake ends up getting dropped as well, and Flawless just having players run through him constantly, spots the elbow of Hate, and now has to go for the rush. Can he find all 3 in the round? Can he find the hat trick? He might rely on his teammate Magik to pick that one up. But Hate rotating through bottom, up close, a personal fight. He'll fall, and I believe that's Magik who ends up picking up that kill. Fantastically played there from MRKN as kind of rotating people through. I think it was Flawless who was on that site. Overall, a bait and switch kind of comes into play. Another player runs into his overall perspective, kind of caught the side of Gravity Gaming off guard, and was able to get around out of it.
And I'm liking the use of these smoke grenades to really force these long-range players to come close range. We saw Anihmal pop through the smoke. I'm not sure if he got the kill, but it's really forcing these guys to get very, very aggressive as now allies here. Gravity Gaming on the offensive. MShake always having the bomb in hand, only one plant to his name, heading towards the A side. Now on this side, you got Vicious heading towards inside the ship, and Tiny laying down for these long-range sights, as I've said again. But Animal, you can see pushed up. You'll have to keep an eye on him and see what kind of kill you can get. Tiny right around the corner.
Oh, wow. And Magik makes him pay. A valiant effort there from Animal, but only gets hit markers, no kills out of the round. As looking on, MShake and co trying to do some damage. With that bomb in hand, we'll see if they can actually make their way toward this B site. But one player's here. It's Flawless. Flawless was the guy who was doing quite a few bits of kills in that last one. Ends up getting taken out in Tiny with the Dolphin dive to escape. It's a 2 versus 2. Dolphins are in the boat, and Tiny ends up dropping, as it will be now a round advantage toward the side of Gravity Gaming, as MShake here in the Bronze Star will take out Tiny. And now it is a 1-round game away from the side of Gravity Gaming, closing out this series 2-0 and leaving MRKN out of this tournament in just round number 2.
But look at Caesar's score also, 12-4, and this is only a 1-round differential, as now Axis here, MRKN going to be on the offensive. Vicious, bomb in hand for him. Got the machine pistol and the submachine gun. As smoke's being laid down on the A site, we'll see how this is set up.
Ooh,
as nobody pushed in.
Skyz again with that sniper rifle. I mean, this is the reason why, Jen, he's 13-4. We talked about how snipers are incredibly useful when it comes down to USS Texas, and you also, of course, got to keep in mind those 4 deaths. All 4 deaths coming from rounds that they've lost. So as long as Skyz can stay alive, this should honestly be rounds that they're winning. And Vicious spots him out. This is a very difficult fight to take because a PPSH versus a Car 98K at range, I'll take the car, especially in Skyz' hand every single time. 2 players alive. Vicious and Magik have to do some damage, but can they shut down Skyz is the thing. Still trying to stay up, but players from the flank, there's too many men alive, and Magik will fall, and it will be a victory in the books toward the side of Gravity Gaming, along with a massive performance coming in from Skyz as he finishes off 13-4. Doesn't find a kill in the final round, but his presence of being alive will in the end make MRKN a little bit nervous. In a round where they couldn't give it away, it does get closed out. And Jen, Gravity Gaming looking pretty strong. MRKN definitely had some good performances, but Skyz, MShake, Animal, Hate, these guys, they move on to round 3.
Gravity, or saying MRKN really struggled in the hard point, 250 to 155, 100-point deficit, and really just came down to the Gravity holding these hills a lot longer, especially in the bunker and the ruins ones especially, and then in the S&D, it was really trading back and forth, tie games most of the time, and then they took 2 consecutive rounds, and leaving yourself in a 4v2 situation opens yourself up to flanks coming from behind, where they can send extra members through the boat and come from behind, and that's how exactly the last round ended. As we move forward into the rounds, and congratulations to Gravity Gaming.
Indeed, of course, Gravity Gaming. Now, of course, they take out MRKN. Who would they be facing off in the next round? Well, they're facing off against Luminosity Gaming, which is going to be a major testament. Of course, JCap and John recently added alongside both Slacked and Octane. Very talented group. Haven't really been able to at least cast over this group heading into World War II, but of course, facing off against Optic Gaming in the finals of the last 2K. They ended up losing that one, I believe, in a 3-0, but at least making it to that point, especially with how competitive World War II Call of Duty has been up to this point. That's a very strong team. So while Gravity is at least able to take out MRKN, you definitely have a Titan kind of waiting off in that corner, as it will be most likely a David versus Goliath fight. Hopefully one that we don't witness from an upheld kind of overhead perspective, but of course, that'll remain to be seen. We'll obviously be figuring that one out. But as we do wave goodbye to MRKN, of course, we do congratulate Gravity Gaming on at least progressing around further in the $500 minimum 44 variant for November 16th. Of course, before we head to a commercial break and get into our next series between those two, we want to obviously shout out Origin PC, Aquar Clothing, Scuff Gaming, and Zowie, a brand by BenQ. Major thank you to our sponsors for, of course, making tournaments like this one happen. And guys, we're going to be heading to a commercial break. When we return, more awesome action here from tonight's UMG tournament.